Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My full name is Intan Reskunaif, you can call me Intan. Here I will bring an article with the title Soul be recognized as a victim of sexual violence. The season of Lent is an invitation to churches and to anyone else who wishes to do so to reflect on the disturbing story of torture and crucifixion of Jesus of Nazareth as described in the New Testament. It is one of the most widely known and often retold stories in human history. Yet despite being read and remembered so often, there is a part of the story which typically surfaces title, annotation, and minimal discussion, the stripping of Jesus. The hashtag #MeToo movement has highlighted the prevalence of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and other sexual abuse expressions by women and girls in many different forms. It has also expressed the common tendency of deny, dismiss, or minimize the significance and impact of text expression. The stripping of Jesus. With this in mind, during this parents-laden period, it seems especially appropriate to recall the stripping of Jesus and to name it for what intended to be. A powerful it for what it was intended to be. A powerful display of humiliation and gender-based violence, which should be acknowledged as an act of sexual violence and abuse. The idea that Jesus himself expressed sexual abuse may seem stark of scoring at first, but crucifixion was a supreme punishment, and the starving and export of victim was not an accidental or incidental element. It was a deliberate action that the Romans used to humiliate and degrade those they wished punish. It meant that the crucifixion was more than just physical, it was also a devastating emotional and psychological punishment. The confession in Christian art of covering Christmas on the course with a lens is perhaps an understandable response to the inherent dignity of Roman crucifixion. But this should not prevent us from recognizing that the history reality would have been every different. This is not just a matter of correcting the historical record. If Jesus is named as a victim of sexual abuse, it could make a huge difference to how the churches engage with movements like #MeToo and how they promote change in wider society. This could distribute discriminately to positive change in many countries and especially in societies where the majority of people identify as Christian. Some specific respond that stripping a prisoner may be a form of violence of abuse, but it is misleading to call this sexual violence or sexual abuse. Yet, if the force was a humiliate, the justice of expose him to mockery by others, and if the stripping is done against his will as a way to shame him in public, the recognizing it is a form of sexual violence or sexual abuse seems interior friend. The way that the scripting of historic king of Erferni is depicted in its first episode of the first series of the HBO series Rome is an example of this. The sons highlight the vulnerability of the naked prisoner who is stripped and exploited in front of the ensemble rank of hostile Roman soldiers. The power and control and Roman power is contrasted with the vulnerability and forced submission of the prisoner. The saints also hint in the positively and even greater sexualities violence with meat in the store. Combating stigma. Jesus' gender is central to reach seeming unwillingness to recognizing the sexual abuse to which he is subjected. Analysis of the gathering of Necables by Margaret R. Mirals demonstrated that we view male and female Necamis differently. In biblical art in the Christian West, Middle argues that the knuckle male body represents glorious Argentines representing spiritual and will of physical suffering. Sexual abuse don't form part of the narrative of manipulative interest in perception of Jesus. Naked women, however, are immediately intended as sexual objects. Saying a woman being forbidden stripped then make them more recognizable as sexual abuse than the stripping of Jesus in the Gospel of Matthew would not hesitate to recognize her ordeal as sexual abuse. Some present-day Christians are still reluctant to accept that Jesus was a victim of sexual violence and seem to consider sexual abuse as an excessively remote experience. We must not want to dwell on the disturbing indignity of crucifixion for the whole years, but it is not right to forget about it completely either. The sexual abuse of Jesus is a missing part of Passion and Easter story relatings. It is a process to reckoning Jesus is a victim of sexual violence to address the containing stigma for those who have experienced sexual abuse, animally men. Then after a period in which the stark reality of crucifixion meet a burlap and reckoned to the important question that movement like #MeToo are raising for the crisis and for middle stability. Once we acknowledge the sexual abuse of Jesus, perhaps we'll be more willing to acknowledge sexual abuse in our one context. In my opinion, the summary of the hymn reading why Jesus should be recognized as a victim of sexual violence is that Jesus himself was started to have experienced sexual violence when he has undergoing a crucifixion, tenses which he interpreted as an act of the his pain humiliate Jesus physically, emotionally, and psychologically, which indefinitely. Even though Jesus was a man in terms of culture and verbally, he really repeated sexual violence, judging from the stigma in society that male nudity is defined as masculinity and female nudity is defined as the object of sexual violence itself. The moment of Lent reality explained by the Christian Curse Today Talk hashtag #MeTooRemit used that Jesus experiences sexual violence during Easter when he has tortured physically, emotionally, and psychologically. So, from me apologize if there are mistakes in pronunciation. Thank you.